Your brand new iPhone deserves the best protection, and the iLune 3-pack screen protector plus 3-pack camera lens protector has you covered. Don't take risks with your iPhone. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Mom of boy 16, stabbed by Machete gang, tormented by killers wraps behind bars. To view this video, please enable JavaScript and consider upgrading to a web browser that supports HTML5. Video. Up next, the heartbroken mom of a 16-year-old boy stabbed to death in a case of mistaken identity said she has been further tormented by his killer bragging about the murder in raps posted to social media from jail. Max Dixon, 16, and Mason Rist, 15, were hunted down and murdered by a gang of youths, armed to the teeth, with machetes and other weapons in Bristol last January. Cody Shy Westcott, 17, was one of 4 teens jailed for life for the brutal double murder. In an emotional interview today, Max's mum Leanne Eklund said Westcott still isn't showing any remorse for what he has done and is now gloating about it. She said she was made aware of an Instagram page containing rap videos in which Westcott refers to 33 seconds, the time jurors heard it took the gang to carry out the murders. "That's all I needed to hear," she told hosts Susanna Reid and Richard Madeley. "I knew that was reference to Max and Mason." Leanne went on, "It's an insult to my son. They were 2 really lovely boys. They were not wrapped up in any gang wars or postcode wars. They were 2 boys who went out for a pizza and never came home." The killers were said in court to have shown remorse. "I personally didn't see that in court, and it's obvious now that he isn't showing any remorse. He's gloating about what he's done. I don't understand how he could have access to any internet. He has lost that right when he murdered my son and Mason." Leanne was comforted by Reid, who told her Max was more than somebody who was the victim that night. "He was your son. He wasn't a victim, he was a wonderful, gorgeous 16-year-old boy." Leanne replied, "He was, and that is why I do what I do. That's why I get up every day, because I know that is what he would want me to do. But I'm struggling to learn to live without him. It's really difficult, because he was just a massive part of my life and a massive part of my girl's life, and it's really affected us as a family. Grief is something that is sometimes supposed to bring you together, but this has not brought us together because we don't know how to cope with our grief. I should never have had to choose my son's coffin. I should never have had to arrange his funeral, and I've got to live with that for the rest of my life." She has established the Max Dixon Foundation to raise awareness about knife crime and distribute bleed control kits, which could give stabbing victims vital minutes that might save their life. Max and Mason, who had been best friends since attending nursery together, were heading out for a pizza when they were attacked. Their attackers, Westcott, Riley Tolliver, 18, and 2 boys aged 15 and 16, had been driven to Ilminster Avenue by Anthony Snook, 45. All 5 were convicted of 2 counts of murder, following a 6-week trial at Bristol Crown Court. Max and Mason were spotted by those in Snook's car and wrongly identified as being connected to that attack. Tolliver, who had a baseball bat, and the 3 teenagers armed with machetes, jumped out of the car and chased after the 2 boys. Within 33 seconds, the attackers had returned to Snook's Audi Q2 Motability car, leaving Max and Mason lying fatally injured on the street. They were both pronounced dead in hospital in the early hours of January 28. Get in touch with our news team by emailing us at webnews@metro.co.uk. For more stories like this, check our news page. Era. More, Doncaster College in lockdown after fight breaks out between gang of men. Era. More, triple murderer who plotted UK's worst school shooting jailed for 49 years. Era. More, first picture of teenager who died in car crash with 2 of his friends. Never miss the biggest stories with breaking news alerts in your inbox. This site is protected by Ray CAPTCHA, and the Google privacy policy and terms of service apply. Your information will be used in line with our privacy policy.